Did you know that Rafael Nadal, famously known as the King of Clay, has conquered tennis with a whopping 22 Grand Slam titles? His astounding 14 victories at the French Open are simply unbeatable. Ready to uncover the thrilling saga of Nadal's legendary career? Join us as we take an exclusive look at his awe-inspiring journey. Rafael Nadal started playing tennis in his hometown Monaco, a town on the island of Mallorca in the Balearic Islands, Spain, with his uncle Tony guiding him at the local tennis club. Although he liked football more at first, Nadal's love for tennis grew. His uncle's tough training sessions didn't deter him. Instead, they fueled his dedication to the sport. While he admired Barcelona striker Ronaldo and had unique opportunities, like visiting the team dressing room through his uncle Miguel Angel Nadal, a retired footballer, Nadal's focus shifted to tennis. By age 7, he trained 5 times a week, winning a regional championship at just 8. At age 10, Tony guided Nadal through changing to a one-handed forehand, an essential step in becoming a top player accomplished through daily 20-minute practice sessions. At 11 years old, Rafael Nadal faced a tough choice between tennis and soccer. Despite excelling in both sports, he had to pick one. While he was great at soccer, a new coach demanded more commitment, which conflicted with Nadal's intense tennis training. With 4 hours of daily tennis practice and extensive travel for competitions, Nadal chose tennis, a decision he's never regretted. At 12, he began training at the Balearic Islands Center in Palma, a journey away from his hometown alongside his uncle Tony, coached by Tony Collum. Collum, Nadal's traveling coach for 4 years, witnessed Nadal's dedication, often resulting in tears due to his uncle's demanding training methods. Despite the challenging regimen, Nadal's uncle Tony focused not just on physical strength, but also on developing an aggressive and technically sound game, emphasizing hitting hard before concentrating on accuracy. At 13, Nadal's victory at the Petit As event in Tarbes marked a milestone in his junior career. His daily routine involved school in the morning, followed by 2 hours of tennis before lunch, afternoon classes, and more tennis in the evening in Palma, often starting training sessions during the car ride with his uncle. At just 14, Rafael Nadal was already making waves in Spanish junior tennis, stacking up victories in various age categories. Despite tempting offers, including a tennis scholarship in Barcelona and the Spanish Tennis Federation's request to move there for advanced training, Nadal's family opted for a different path. Why? Well, they had their reasons. Education was one concern, but more than that, Nadal's uncle and coach, Tony, firmly believed in something else, the power of training from home. "You don't have to go too far to become a great athlete," Tony said, standing by the idea that talent can flourish right where you are. Nadal was already practicing 3 times a week with his childhood hero Carlos Moya, a former world #1 from Mallorca. And get this, he even beat Moya, a top 10 player at the time, in an exhibition match in 2000. So what did they choose? Well, staying put meant less financial support from the federation. Instead, Nadal's father took on the expenses. But this decision wasn't about the money. It was about believing in Nadal's potential and nurturing his talent close to home. At a mere 14, Rafael Nadal stepped into the professional tennis arena. Despite a few victories, he missed the cut for the main draws in Spanish futures. However, a wild card into the Challenger in Seville became his turning point. He exhibited his talent by triumphing over world number 751 Israel Matos Gil in a compelling battle, securing a 6-4, 6-4 victory. This remarkable win not only marked his maiden professional triumph, but also granted him the first 5 ATP points of his career, propelling him to the rank of world number 1002. In 2002, Nadal's teenage brilliance shone as he became the 9th man in the Open era to win an ATP match before turning 16. A wildcard entry at Mallorca resulted in a triumph over Ramon Delgado, propelling him to world number 588. Simultaneously, Nadal dominated futures with an impressive 40-9 singles and 10-9 doubles record. His breakthrough continued with a top 100 victory over number 76 Albert Montañez in a challenger at Barcelona, reaching the semifinals and finishing the year ranked world number 199. The following year, he stormed challengers, reaching the top 100 and left an indelible mark at Wimbledon and the US Open, finishing 2003 at world number 49. Despite a promising start to 2004, injuries disrupted Nadal's journey. Despite this, he etched his name in history with a remarkable victory over Roger Federer in Miami. In an enthralling match, the then world number 34 Rafa secured a commanding 6-3, 6-3 win against the reigning world number 1, making their first ever encounter at the Miami Masters. Unfortunately, injuries hindered his clay court season, and he concluded the year ranked world number 51. In 2005, Nadal surged, reaching the top 20 and claiming back-to-back titles at Monte Carlo, Barcelona, and Rome. Nadal broke Mats Wielander's teenage record of 9 titles from 1983. 8 of Nadal's wins were on clay, with the rest on hard courts. His 79 victories ranked second only to Federer's 81. Nadal also achieved the highest year-end ranking by a Spaniard and earned the ATP Most Improved Player of the Year award. His reign as the King of Clay commenced with the first of 4 consecutive French Open titles. Wimbledon dreams materialized in 2008, ending Federer's reign and securing Olympic gold. In 2009, Nadal soared to world number 1, clinching a 6th Grand Slam at the Australian Open, but faced a French Open setback due to tendinitis. Overcoming 2009's hurdles, Nadal resumed his reign as the King of Clay. He clinched a career Grand Slam, securing his 5th French Open and 2nd Wimbledon. Nadal ended 2010 ranked world number 1. In 2011, he added another French Open title but faced Wimbledon and US Open defeats. The year ended with Spain's Davis Cup victory. 2012 brought epic battles, including the longest ever Grand Slam final against Djokovic. Despite a knee injury withdrawal in Miami, Nadal triumphed at Monte Carlo and Barcelona, securing a record 7th French Open title. Mid-2012 marked 50 career singles titles, including 11 Grand Slams. In 2013, Nadal faced a setback at the Australian Open due to a stomach virus, but made a strong comeback, winning titles at the VTR Open and Brazil Open. He continued his success on hard courts, triumphing at Indian Wells and the US Open. His remarkable season included victories at the French Open and the Summer Slam. In 2014, Nadal started well with a win in Doha, but faced challenges, including a back injury at the Australian Open. Despite winning the Rio Open, injuries persisted, leading to early exits in tournaments and eventual season-ending surgery for his appendix. After a remarkable 2013 season and his 2014 French Open triumph, where he staged a memorable comeback against Djokovic, Nadal's journey took a historic turn over the years. In 2020, he claimed his 13th French Open title, matching Federer's 20 Grand Slam victories, and achieved his 1,000th ATP Tour win, ending the year as world number 2. Despite setbacks in subsequent years, including early exits and a foot injury in 2021, Nadal displayed resilience, returning to the court in an exhibition match at the end of the year. In 2022, Nadal secured his 21st and 22nd major titles, triumphing at the Australian Open and the Mexican Open. Despite a brief setback with a rib stress fracture, he clinched his 14th French Open title. Wimbledon brought challenges with an abdominal injury, leading to his withdrawal despite reaching the quarterfinals. Nadal finished the year as world number 2. The 2023 season saw Nadal facing a hip injury at the Australian Open, resulting in an early exit and withdrawal from subsequent tournaments. This marked his exit from the top 10 after an 18-year streak. Attempts at a comeback were hampered, leading to his absence from major events and a potential return in 2024, possibly marking his last year in professional tennis. Rafael Nadal's remarkable career has earned him numerous accolades, including Laureus World Sportsman of the Year and BBC Overseas Sports Personality of the Year. He holds prestigious awards like the Grand Cross of the Royal Order of Sports Merit, contributing to his recognition as one of the world's highest-paid athletes by Forbes in 2014 and among Time magazine's 100 most influential people in 2022. Widely acknowledged as one of the greatest players, Nadal's impact extends beyond personal achievements. His rivalry with Djokovic is celebrated as one of the greatest in tennis history, contributing to increased interest, higher revenues, and escalating prize money in the sport. From earning $880,000 for his first French Open victory in 2005 to $2.2 million in 2022, Nadal's influence on tennis is indisputable. Rafael Nadal, the King of Clay, has not only dominated tennis with nearly $135 million in prize money, but also boasts lucrative partnerships with big names like Kia, Nike, Emporio Armani, Banco Sabadell, Tommy Hilfiger, and Mafre. Even after hip surgery, Nadal's return promises not just thrilling matches, but also a wealthier reign in the world of sports and endorsements. There are still many fascinating aspects to uncover about this tennis icon. For example, despite being an emerging talent with few awards, the King of Clay had an asteroid named after him in 2003. Additionally, although he didn't initially pursue soccer, he continues to have a deep love for the sport. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons for more exciting underdog stories. Feel free to comment below, sharing the iconic moments that inspired you the most. Stay tuned for more thrilling matches on the horizon.